This episode of Mining Your Craft is brought to you by these amazing sponsors. If you'd like to support this series, visit patreon.com/YourMCAdmin. Mining Your Craft patrons get to spectate the filming live, as well as listen into the conversation uncut and unedited. Thank you so much for the support. Enjoy. Hey folks, I am here with BlackieChan and BrittanyVuitton.
Woo! Hey guys!
What's up, guys?
And welcome back to another episode of And before we get too far into it, are you like?
Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
I was dancing to the
Oh, you were
theme.
dancing. You were just like,
It's got a catchy beat.
That's not how the song goes at all. Before we get too far into it, we've got a challenge to complete throughout the episode, and this week we are going to complete what was it? We're going to make a greenhouse for all of our vegetables and stuff.
Vegetables and starches. Yeah.
The good things, the nummies. And remember to please submit your challenge for next week's episode in the comments below, because I need them challenges. Please, pretty, please.
Them MC challenges. We need some MC challenges for your MC admin.
So Brittany, just a full disclosure, Brittany is here. She's just kind of a ghost.
Yeah. Ooh, here I am.
So she's an Xbox player, and you know, she's here in our spirit. But
Yeah, actually, my PC game is pretty awful, so I didn't want to, embarrass myself. I've played probably once before.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's how many times I've played on Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love Xbox. Xbox is so much fun. It's very different, but it's always super, super fun.
I'm just so bad at it. Okay, so
It's very different. It's completely different. It's just the difference between like using a controller. The flow is different, and it kind of reminds me like with a recent update, Better Together update. They had to make a lot of changes to the first release to make it feel better using a controller.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different. It's the same, but it's very, very different.
Yes, agreed. Very different.
The first time I played it was at Mine Fair. Ooh.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on
seriously?
stage. Yeah. That was how bad it was. I'm like, okay, what are all these controls?
That's
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
yeah, that is.
That was scary.
I think I've played every version of Minecraft there is.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay, overachiever.
Well, I played VR for the first time at Mine Fair. So
Yes,
there's
that was
that.
awesome. That was awesome.
yeah, you two got to run the fun VR booth last time.
Oh yeah.
That was a long line.
It
Yes.
was.
Tell me about it.
Everybody was itching to play VR. Like, I mean, I would have waited in that line, even though it was like 3 hours long. I would have waited in that line to try VR for the first time.
Oh no, hang on, I stepped on the thing too early. Let's go to sleep and make it a new day.
Okay.
So for those
Oh, did I sleep in your
no, it's okay. I like jumped down and realized like you just appeared under me. Alright, so for those who don't know BlackieChan and BrittanyVuitton, would you guys tell us a little bit about your YouTube channels?
So pretty much, I do Minecraft videos, and I've done a few others here and there. I like to do The Sims as well. But basically with the Minecraft videos, my biggest series in Minecraft has been Barbie Dreamhouse, which growing up, I loved playing with Barbies. I'm actually reading a book about Barbie and Barbie's creator and how she got started and everything now. But basically, that's always been a passion of mine. So that's how I got started with Barbie Dreamhouse, and then it just really took off from there.
Yeah, so when me and Brittany first started playing Minecraft, and if you don't know, Brittany and I are married. We're husband and wife, and my nephew My nephew was a big Minecraft fan, and he still likes Minecraft, even though he's older now. But he was trying to convince us to play Minecraft and give it a try and see what it was all about. And so I finally played it with him, and I watched him play for a while, and I just didn't understand what he was doing. He thought it was really funny to just like, like dig down
Yes,
until
dig
he
straight down.
died. Like he would just dig and dig until he'd fall in a pool of lava or something and then just die. And he thought it was hilarious. And I was like, there's got to be more to this game. It can't be have this many functions and be just about just digging down and dying. So I picked up the game on Xbox and I started playing it. And I really enjoyed it. But we really struggled in the beginning on trying to survive. It took us almost a week to be able to survive through the night because we didn't understand like sleeping in beds and all that stuff. So we finally learned how to survive. And I was like, you know what? This would be interesting to make some YouTube videos and teach other people how to survive through the night. And little did I know it would evolve into what it is today, which is just like doing fun, crazy stuff that I probably never would have thought I could actually do in Minecraft without dying.
So when did you guys first start playing?
Oh man, we probably started playing like somewhere around probably around 5 years ago. Like when it first was out on Xbox, I think was the first time we
Okay.
ever played.
Yeah, like a long time ago. And then remember when creative mode came out on Xbox, and we played that day for 13 hours straight. That was
Yeah.
like the funnest time ever.
Wow.
We made sure that we were going to be off of work the day that creative mode came out because we were like, what is creative mode? We don't understand this. So we were like, we're going to spend so much time because it seems like it's like almost endless. So we spawned in a survival world and we didn't really know what we were doing. So we decided that we were going to put it in creative mode. So we spawned in a new world that was in creative mode. And we basically created a Hunger Games map in creative mode with no clue on how you're supposed to build a Hunger Games map. So it was really cool and it turned out pretty good actually. And I've played several Hunger Games matches on that map too with subscribers and with my nephew and with some of my family too.
Cool. So how did you both get involved with Mindfair?
Oh, I remember this one.
You do? 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't really.
Yeah. You don't? Okay, so when we were at Minecon and we went out to eat with a whole bunch of people. And remember, two people came up to us and started talking about Mindfair. And we're like, we don't really know what that is. So they were explaining it to us, and some people from the group that we were with said that they were going, and they're like, hey, we should all go. And I was like, all right, it's like 2 weeks away, so this is really short notice. And we planned it out, decided to go anyway, and had so much fun.
I do remember because that's when we met. That's when we met Steve and Layla because it was Steve
Exactly.
And Layla that came
Those
up.
were the two people.
It was super late at night after Minecon was over, Minecon 2016, and we were eating pizza because it was like the only food place that we could find that was nearby within like walking distance. And the Mindfair, two of the Mindfair people, Steve and Layla came over and we're talking to. We were there with so many people. We were there with Clark Kent, Billy Bear Games, Captain Rage Tastic, The Last Moose.
Yeah, wasn't that the one who said that they were going? Wasn't it Moose who said he was going to go?
I think it was Moose that was going, and he was like, "Yeah, you guys should definitely go." And we all went, and we had a big table for the Rising Stars area. And back then, I think I had like somewhere around like
16,000?
16,000 subscribers or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that was crazy. That's where I met Mango too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man, that was funny. Like, he came around to meet everybody and then was talking about how awesome your name was. I don't think he was able to forget your name at that point.
Yeah, that's an interesting story too. Yeah, so that was really crazy. Like, Mindfair was the first one we ever went to was pretty big, and we've been to every single one since.
Awesome.
See a couple of fine specimens for some food. Specimens?
Specifins.
Some specimens. I tend to do that when I'm commentating. I always mispronounce things that I can definitely pronounce correctly.
Do you ever see my face looking
I
at
see
you
your
in your
face
head when you
every
say things wrong?
time. Even if you're not around and I mispronounce something, I can picture the way you would look at me if you heard me say it.
So let's hit the first segment on this show, Minecraft news. And the only really news that's come out very recently was the Better Together update, which I think every other person I've asked about this has been mainly a PC guy. So
Okay.
so you two are not mainly PC, which will be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
For
what are your takes on the Better Together updates?
so for me, it's a huge big deal. Like being mainly console and recently I've been doing way more PC type stuff and Pocket Edition stuff. Um, it's a huge change, but it's a good change, and it's a change that everybody's been waiting for a very long time. And I mean, there's a lot of videos out, and there's a lot of YouTubers who aren't very happy with the turnout of it, but I think we kind of got warned because 4J Studios used to develop. Yeah, I'm going to get into my technical news stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I keep up with, but no longer make videos on.
Oh, by all means, carry on.
Does 4J not do it anymore?
So 4J basically they kind of discontinued most versions on console. So like there was the Xbox One edition that's not going to have updates anymore.
Oh, I
There
see.
is the Nintendo Switch edition, which won't have updates anymore. But they're going to continue to develop the not
Do you
Nintendo,
want
but
to make a day real quick?
yeah, let's go make a day. Basically, it's just a big change. I think people weren't ready to lose the versions of Minecraft they've been playing on console, but it's kind of the trade-off you have to have because now Microsoft and Mojang are developing the Better Together version, which is going to be on most of the most popular console platforms, as opposed to 4J Studios. And 4J was very considerate of the users and would make things really easy to use, like the controls of the controller, making it the same speed that you move is the same speed you place blocks down and stuff like that. So there's been some mixed reviews on it, but to me, I think overall it's really cool because we've wanted servers forever
Mm-hmm.
on console. We've wanted
Yeah, that part is pretty cool.
we've wanted updates to be flush with regular like Minecraft, like PC version.
Yeah, definitely.
And then like people are a little upset because like now the PC version, which is Java edition,
Yeah.
is no longer going to be like the core version of Minecraft. So now the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch versions are all just going to be called just Minecraft, and those are the Bedrock versions.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
weird. It's weird to me as a
yeah,
Java Minecraft.
so it's just strange. It's a whole lot of change all at once, and I think people just are a little wary of change.
People don't like change, definitely. As a server owner, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because, I've had a server for 6 years. Like, it's one of the oldest survival servers out there.
Oh,
and everything's Java. If the code base changes, then we either adapt or die. Like, and that's
Yeah, and
scary. It's scary for
I
me.
think they're supposed to. They said that they were going to try to continue. Well, not try to continue, but they were definitely going to continue development of Java.
Oh yeah, they are. They said that's
the-
still their bread and butter, like
Yeah.
their base.
And there's so many like families and lives that are depending on that too. I mean, look at your servers that don't have Bedrock Edition servers.
I take it back. We're gonna build a greenhouse like right here, so we're gonna like level off some
Okay.
land.
All right, cool.
I just don't want to walk
Okay.
that far.
Yeah, you want to. I feel like your greenhouse is supposed to be convenient, and that's why you. Oh, I think I went too far. It's supposed to be convenient, and that's why you have to have a greenhouse because it's got to fit into your specifications and not really what's good for the plants, I guess.
Yeah.
My ghost is going to be floating around spectating a little bit here.
Ooh.
It's beautiful.
Just add some ominous sounds here and there.
Yes. This segment is called, I wish I could say this segment's brought to you by, this segment's called Help a Noob, where
Hey.
you YouTubers, you guys have the YouTubers,
Whoop, whoop.
what advice do you have for an up-and-comer YouTuber or a YouTuber who's just starting?
Well, for me, I think, first of all, you need to come up with a clear plan. So the plan is what you're going to do, your target audience, and when you're going to be creating your content. I think that consistency is key, which I think BlackieChan would definitely second that.
Here.
Yeah, exactly. So as far as planning out what you're actually going to be focusing on, if your channel, if you want it to have a common theme or not, that's completely up to you. For me personally, I chose a theme and I chose a series that I wanted to focus on, and that really worked out for me. So that's some advice that I would give to others if you don't really know where to start or you're kind of struggling, growing with your channel. Maybe pick something that you're really passionate about, because that passion really shows through when you record your videos and when you play, and do something that you really love. Your audience can definitely tell that you're excited and they can get excited about it with you.
BlackieChan, do you have anything to add?
So I think Brittany covered a lot of the same bases that I would, which I think the biggest key to any successful content creator, and just a good practice to have, is to be consistent. Don't overwhelm yourself with a overly busy schedule of videos and things like that. One, you don't want to get burnt out, and two, you don't want to give an expectation and then not be able to follow through with it. So I think that's one thing that I've tried. If people know what your schedule is and can expect you to follow that schedule, I think they're more prone to actually come to your channel when you have content rolling out. And so that's probably my key, but I also think like keeping in mind branding, like you want to have some original ideas, and you want to kind of stay with that core principle that you kind of want to do. Like you don't want to, like, think of it this way. If you're making a video and you do it at a specific energy level, you don't want to like change your energy level all the time. You kind of have to make sure you find a place you're comfortable and something you enjoy. And there's always going to be somebody out there that enjoys the same thing you do. So, yeah.
And definitely always be yourself, because the hardest thing you can do is play a role of somebody else and then try to stick with that role the entire time you do your channel. That can be so difficult. So always be yourself and stay true to what you believe in and what you're really into.
So you mentioned being getting burnt out. Do you guys ever get burnt out on content creating? And if so, what do you do to remedy it?
So for me, I mean, let's see. I think sometimes you can just get kind of tired, or like you might be recording videos so frequently that like your voice gives out or something like that, and you just need a break. But I kind of mean burnt out as in like, and I think you understand this, I just guess I'm clarifying. But like just the fact that you're doing one thing so long that you get tired of doing that same thing over and over.
Yeah, that.
For me, I like to change it up, and I think this might be one of the things that is probably not the best I say it, but I don't really practice it as much. Like I say, like you should be really consistent, and things like that. But I don't really practice it in the fact that before I was a YouTuber, I was a gamer. And so I always enjoy playing different games and different types of games and things like that. So sometimes I find myself not really getting bored of Minecraft or getting bored of the content that I create, but wanting to try something different for fun. And so I guess probably the best way to remedy that for me is probably just making sure I have some time to do what I want to do outside of my recordings that isn't going to mess with my schedule or take too much time away from family. I think that's something that I really would like to work on more. And that's being able to balance like doing YouTube and still spending time with Brittany and our pets and stuff at home. So
Yeah, I agree with that. For me, I get busy with a lot of different stuff with like school and work and running a new business and a whole bunch of stuff. So for me, I haven't even been able to do a video in probably a couple months. And to be honest, I wasn't really consistent before that anyway, but I don't get tired of it per se. Sometimes I do the other things that I need to do first and don't really prioritize videos at times, which is kind of understandable. I mean, if you have a lot going on, sometimes that's what you have to do. But I can't say I really get tired of it, because if I do, then I'll go and record maybe a Sims video or something like that and kind of give myself a little bit of a break. But no, I mean, as long as you're always introducing something new and you don't have to you definitely don't have to do something you don't want to do. If you want to switch it up every now and again, that's perfectly acceptable to stay excited about what you're doing.
So we were transported to a desert island, which means
what
it's
is
time
this
for
strange place?
Desert Island.
Ay, 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 ay.
So, if you were stranded, this is real life terms. If you were stranded on a desert island and could bring 3 things with you, what 3 things would each of you bring to the desert island?
I'm going to let you go first because I want to hear some ideas.
What would I bring on a desert island? I would bring I feel like I would bring like a knife set. Like that would be one of my items. Well, I don't know. Can we do individual items, or is like a knife set okay?
Sure, a knife set sounds like
Okay,
one
a
item
knife
to
set
me.
sounds, because I don't really do pocket knives. I try to, and they don't really work very long. So you need some way to sharpen it. So that's why I say a knife set, like maybe a couple knives and like a little sharpener or something, because there's so many different things. Like you got these coconuts over here. I mean, you cut these coconuts over, you get an unripe coconut. I mean, I don't know. So you got that. You can use that for that. You can even use the knife or the metal if you can happen to find some type of flint or rock to do a spark or something so that you can start a fire. I would probably bring, I'm trying to think of some things that I would use that don't require power.
I was actually thinking about a lighter, because there's no way I'm rubbing anything together and a fire's going to start. That's not happening. So a lighter for me.
I think I would choose a lighter too, but then you have to worry about like what happens when you run out of fuel in that light. Like, how long are we stuck on this desert island?
Well, I don't know. It depends on if you want to get off it, or if you want to hope for the best. Hope that ship's going to drive by at some point. An airplane will fly over.
All right. So I'm thinking like all of my items are sharp things. So I'd probably have like
What?
I'd probably have like an axe or a machete.
Okay, how about this? You're both on the same island together. You each get 3 things
Yay.
individually. That way you can combine your skills.
Okay. A mattress, number 1, because I'm not sleeping on the ground.
What?
I'm not sleeping on the ground.
So we got a knife set, a mattress, and a lighter.
So I'm not sleeping on the ground. I wanna not sleep. If I'm gonna be stuck on this island for more than like 3 days, my back's gonna give out or something. Like I need a mattress.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. A solar panel.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see that?
Fancy.
Very smart. So that's 4 items between the 2 of you.
Okay. I think I've picked 2.
Yeah, me too.
One of us is gonna need a solar panel powered generator. But then we won't have anything to plug into it. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
need
gonna
something
say
to plug
it's-
into that solar panel.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna bring a pot or a pan, like
Okay.
a pot. I think a pot's a good idea, because if you have an open fire, you still need some way to control what you're cooking, and then that you can also,
Yeah.
even if you're out, I'm guessing an island is going to be out in salt water, so you can use that to boil out your salt out of your water and have fresh drinking water too.
And for the last item, I'm going to bring my phone, because the flashlight on the iPhone is amazing.
Super bright. Does it have the SOS
Yes.
function on there too? I know my Galaxy phone has like an SOS function where it'll blink the flashlight SOS in Morse code.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
but I'll download an app for that. I'll just make sure I do that before we go to this island.
Yes,
hopefully
absolutely.
the island's not too remote.
That got us off the island, that solar panel and mattress, let me tell you. I think we should sleep. Hopefully this stupid rain will go away.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Rain,
I like
the worst
this,
thing in Minecraft ever.
2-person door system. It's perfect. You have to be very polite to enter your fortress. That's the key to this redstone.
You know, I was
You
just
have to be
thinking.
like, no, after you.
I was just thinking that our choices for the island make it sound like we're going to live there forever.
Yeah. You're there for 3 days, that's it. You get off in 3 days, but you're still brought a mattress with you.
Right.
It's like an indefinite stay. So I'm thinking a rectangular shape with 4 posts.
Yeah.
Maybe like 1 block high, and then glass goes all the way over the sides and the roof.
Yeah. That sounds easy. As long as I don't know if we'll have enough glass for at least this size.
Okay. Let's see. I think we'll have, so in here I pulled some of your glass out so that we could get some more sand in here. And right now there's 80.
All right, let's shrink this down. Let's not make it this big.
89 pieces of glass here, not glasses. And then I've got 32, another 64. So we got like 172 pieces of glass, I think.
Okay, so let's make the greenhouse this big then, instead of twice the size that I had it. Okay. So we'll cut it down in half. So this segment's called You Q They A, where you, the viewers, ask the Qs to the YouTubers who give you the A's.
Yes, that's right.
A+ for effort. So I've got a few questions here. Our buddy Golden Ninja on Twitter asks how long you guys were married.
3 years.
Yeah, we've been married for 3 years. And I actually announced that Brittany said yes to my proposal in episode, I can't remember the number of the episode, but in my very first survival series. We were like halfway in my very first survival series. And I was like, and I have big news today.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, back in the day.
Yeah, it's way back.
That's awesome. So how, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you guys meet?
Twitter.
Twitter. Oh, great.
Very unexpected.
One of those internet couples.
That's great. No, I think the internet brings people together on a new level that has just never been done before, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And for me, I was like, okay, yeah, this guy's in North Carolina. I'm probably not gonna get a chance to meet him, even though I really wanted to. But it happened, and here we are today.
Yeah. It's funny because I was actually researching stuff for work, and we got into a conversation about how to accomplish what I was trying to research, which was some marketing ideas. And Brittany had significantly more Twitter followers than I did. And so I was talking to her about like how she went about getting followers and things like that. And then after that was all over, we just continued talking and things like that. And then that's how we ended up deciding, hey, one day we should meet, and then going from there.
Oh, yeah. That's great. I love stories like that. Did you guys have YouTube before meeting?
No.
That started after.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So BlackieChan actually decided I was going to have a YouTube channel because I thought about it before and I liked the idea of making videos, but I always kind of wanted to do like a variety of stuff like crafts and beauty and all kinds of other stuff. Mm-hmm. And he was like, crafts? Well, you're going to start with Minecraft. And it was pretty much decided from there.
Yeah, I was like, we can make you, I was like, if you want to start doing craft tables, start out by like making a real life crafting table, and then you can use the real life crafting table to do your crafts. And like at this time, like Minecraft was, I guess it was like a big thing on YouTube. I don't really remember. I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't even know like what it was about Minecraft that spurred my wanting to make videos about Minecraft on YouTube. Like there really wasn't anything to give me an inkling that it was a good idea to do Minecraft.
Well, probably because we weren't very good at it in the beginning. And you're like, hey, if we're not very good at it and it's this complex, which that's something that a lot of people don't realize is the complexity of the whole thing is, yeah, it looks pretty simple with all the squares and everything like that, but there's so much more to it. So you probably had it in your mind, and I'm speaking for you because I'm in your brain, obviously, but you probably had it in your mind that since it's so complex and we don't have it figured out, maybe there's some advice that we can lend for other people.
Sounds about right to me. I'm not going to say no.
See, I know.
I have a question from NinjaMC_ on Twitter. I'm guessing this is directed towards you, BlackieChan. He asks, "Who is your favorite mod?" I don't know what that means, but he does.
So recently, I've started doing a lot of live streaming.
I get it now. I get it.
So basically, recently I started doing a lot of live streaming, and so he's probably asking which one of my mods are my favorite mod because he's one of my mods. So he's trying to get me to say
which child is your favorite child?
Exactly. And how do you choose a favorite mod? I'm gonna have to, and for political reasons, I have to choose this specific person. I'm gonna have to say BrittanyVuitton because she's one of my mods.
Hey, thank you.
So surprise there. BrittanyVuitton is my favorite mod. So how about that, Ninja?
I mean, does it count that I waved at you and pointed to myself?
Just a little bit, probably.
Those are the politics that are going on behind the scenes.
Yes.
Now, what do you think about this as far as height? Do you think we need to go up more? Or you think
I think that's good. I think that's the perfect height.
So should this thing kind of come around, like the glass goes all the way around at the top, or do you want to have it go to a peak and then the ends will be something else?
Yeah, I think it should go to a peak.
Oh, yeah, peek it out.
Peak. Okay. You have piqued my interest. Sorry.
There we go.
So far, so good.
It's the ghost! Oh no! The ghost of Brittany passed. So, Daddy Droid on Twitter asks, he says you guys seem to be involved in a lot of projects. What projects are you most hyped about?
Oh man. Well, there's a lot.
Well, all of them.
Yeah, so right now we have we do have a lot of projects that we're working on now. We have a build team, and we're building a map for the marketplace, and so that's cool. One of our projects.
Which is really exciting.
Yeah, I only recently announced that was happening, or at least that I was a part of it. The team has had a Twitter for a while, but I think people haven't really noticed it yet. And so there's that project, and we're working on a map that's pretty insane that I'm really excited. And I really want to tweet out pictures of it as it's being built, but I can't. And
also, in addition to that, we're going to start doing some skin packs.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any suggestions, I'm gonna actually start working on my own skin pack for girls. So tweet me if you have any ideas of what you want to be included in that skin pack.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then our other project, I have a secret project. Not quite a secret. People are starting to find out more and more about that project. And it's a comic book. So it's going to be like Adventures of BlackieChan comic book.
That's awesome.
So that's something I've been working on for a while with a group of people, and I'm really excited about announcing that officially. But I guess this is the official announcement. So there you go.
I mean, I think it is.
You said it. You've heard it here first, folks. We got that exclusive scoop.
Well, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, don't worry. You're going to have to announce it too.
Yes.
To a bigger audience.
Oh yeah.
So are you really into comic books?
I've always been into comic books ever since I was younger.
Cool.
My cousin has always been into comics too, and he actually does work with comic books. He used to do work with DC and work with Marvel also, doing like coloring and shading of like Daredevil comics and X-Men Evolution comics and stuff like that. And so he's kind of been the thing that's kind of got me into it when I was younger, but I've always followed anything comic book ever since then. And so I never ever any point in time I might have a comic book that I have any type of influence whatsoever over. So yeah,
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool. Somebody get my walker.
Yes, whippersnapper.
With
nice.
this voice acting, we should just start a series called Old Man Craft. And
That would be awesome.
That is great. Oh my god, I want to do that.
we'll have walker mods and like rebath entry mods, and,
Of all references, Rebath.
we'll have handicap accessible Minecraft houses. Well,
So we'll have lawns with like sprinkler systems that will turn on when children get too close to us.
get off my lawn! That would actually be pretty funny. Oh man,
I was born in '91, but I'm more than willing to be an old lady just for you guys.
Yay.
yeah. It shall be done.
Oh, I'm crying a little bit there.
Oh man, you sir, after you. Woo. You don't need coffee when you wake up in these beds. It's just like
No,
Bam,
you
just
get
smack
slapped
you
in the
in the face.
face.
you're awake now. Okay, here we go.
So what other games do you guys play other than Minecraft?
Okay, my three main games right now are Minecraft, Destiny 2,
Okay.
and Fortnite.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and I play The Sims. Let's see, Splatoon 2 is fun.
Oh, I want it.
Yeah,
can't forget that.
any Mario game ever.
Yes.
And I just recently tried Fortnite, and I have to admit, I love it.
So what is Fortnite about?
Aha!
I'm not familiar with it.
So Fortnite is this game, and it's based around like zombie apocalypse. So basically, you're in this world that's basically overrun by zombies, and you've created this shield to protect where you live. And so zombies try to come into your fortress, tear it down, and destroy your shield. But you're like going out on these missions and getting supplies and scavenging and stuff like that, so that you can make your fort bigger and bigger and expand your shield larger and larger so that you can protect more people in your community. And instead of zombies, they call them husks, because for some reason in this version, when you become a zombie, if you're a human that gets turned into a zombie, your skin like peels off and you become a zombie. Basically, it's kind of weird to explain it, but it's not as graphic as you would think it is. It's it's very not violent. The game, I mean, you have guns and you shoot the zombies and stuff, but the game's not really super violent or anything outside of shooting zombies. So basically, that's the main game.
I think we call this challenge complete.
Yeah, I think
We've got a greenhouse.
Looks really nice. Looks really good.
We've got food growing in there.
Yeah, it's
just had a
already
little
going.
Puberty squeak there in my voice. I don't know why.
Those come as content creators. I know, like, people are always like, "Oh, I'm not a squeaker," but everybody's a squeaker. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's gonna happen.
Well, other than that being the best life advice I've ever heard, everyone's a squeaker.
Everyone's a squeaker and everyone's a tryhard. You just have to. That's just something you have to learn.
Yes.
You'll learn it as life goes on.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah. I won't not admit to being a tryhard.
Exactly.
Blackie Chan, where can we find you on the internet?
So if you are looking for me, you can basically search BlackieChanXBL pretty much anywhere on the internet, and you should find me. I tried to make sure everything is tied together. So BlackieChanXBL on YouTube, on Mixer, as well, and Twitter.
Great. And Brittany, Where can we
And
find
for
you?
me, on YouTube and most other places, I'm going to be BrittanyVuitton. It is BrittanyVuitton. And for Twitter, since my name was taken, instead of the O in Vuitton, it is a 0. And that's how you'll find me.
Awesome. And do you guys have any upcoming projects or anything you'd like to plug?
If you check out MindCadia, that is my build team that's creating content for the marketplace. That Brittany's also working on the skin packs for. So that is MindCadia, MineCadia. It's kind of a mix between Arcadia and Minecraft. So that's us, MindCadia SMP.
Yeah, and for me, I was kind of right in the middle of a portion of my Barbie Dreamhouse series where I was doing like an evolution of Barbie thing, where I went through different decades and was building something from that time period. So definitely be on the lookout. I will be doing another one of those videos soon. I had to take a little bit of a break for a few things, but I will be back with that very soon, and we're going to be doing 70s, 80s, 90s, and on from there. So looking forward to it.
That sounds really awesome. I'm not into Barbie at all, but that sounds really cool.
You might be. You
I'm
might
going
be
to
now.
get into Barbie. My
Brittany
whole
has a lot of non-Barbie fans, so I'll fit right in.
how we end the show is we end on life advice. So some advice that you may live by or you think others should live by. It's, to make themselves or the world a better place.
I would say that no matter how different you think people are or might be, or no matter how they look different or act different or sound different or be from a different place, we are more alike than we are different. So just always keep that in mind when you meet new people, and when other people might want to point out differences in others for negative reasons. So, and that goes for everyone.
Always do what you want to do in life. So many times we see people who don't have the career that they want to have, or any choice that you make in life. Always stand by your decisions and just do what you want to do and do what makes you happy, because ultimately that's all that matters in the end, is your happiness and your family's happiness.